Hello, everyone. We have puppies. There they are. Welcome to Puppury and Prophecy. So tonight we are here to do some readings for y'all. So let's let Jen talk to us a little bit about what this is all about.
What spurred this all on?
What spurred this on? Let's let Jen tell us about it.
So, yeah, what spurred this all on actually was, well, you guys. And sorry if you guys hear them in the background. So Michelle and Tanys, as you guys know, have their Wednesday evening shows. And one night, of course, Michelle put out there, hey, we have an opening. Is anybody free on this particular night to join us? And I thought, oh, I'd love to. And in the midst of that, I was like, oh, I was playing with the puppies and I had thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun if we could do something with the puppies? And I thought about augury. So ancient divination used in so many different cultures. Used in ancient Greece, Rome, Celtic, Egyptian, Native American traditions use this augury, which is bird divination, to do, kind of telling the future and trying to figure out, what's going to happen based on so much knowledge around the flight of birds, the types of birds, what they see in their experience, feathers that they find, their different interactions with birds, how many birds they encounter, the way that the birds are behaving, the way that they fly with them, all of that kind of stuff. And I thought, wouldn't it be neat if, as we're doing readings and things like that, we had kind of a bit of a play on that with, what the puppies were doing and, kind of a play on their cuteness per se, to really kind of appreciate something that's, kind of a, today more of a lost tradition. I'm sure, in some cultures they still use it, but for most of us, something that, we really don't know a whole lot about. So really honoring something that's very ancient and very beautiful that has been used in the past, and having a little bit of fun with it, with some cute furry friends.
Absolutely. So they are Jen's puppies. There was a question here about whose puppies are those from Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So they're Jen's.
Yeah, so they are 7-week-old Great Pyrenees Maremma puppies.
They're beautiful. So let's say a quick hello to some of these lovely people, and we shall maybe have some puppies on the screen, shall we? Maybe? No? We could. There we go. So hello to Jessica. Hello. Thank you for joining us. We have some up further, actually. So we've got Joyful Journey. Hi, Jen. And we have Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Thank you so much for joining us, all of you. We've got Kaylee. Hello. And who else have we got on here tonight? Lots of wonderful chatters going on. We have Samantha and Jessica. And we have Rachel. Gentle Giants. Yes, absolutely. She does have her hands full. For sure. And yes.
Yeah, definitely do have my hands full.
She definitely does.
Definitely.
Actually,
and nature is always sending us messages. I don't know, how many times, we go on a hike or something like that and we find a feather, or we find, something that's giving us a message. And, so many times I've come back and said, well, actually, we were showing feathers on the Wednesday's show. Well, you guys were.
That's
I didn't
right.
have any with me at the time. But we were talking about, looking up, the bird, or maybe even just the color of the feather to see, what is the message that it has. Like for instance, if you find a gray feather, that means that a time of peace is arriving. Or if you find a white feather, it might mean that it's time maybe to focus inward more on your spiritual journey. Or a black feather might mean that, protection is with you. So, it's always interesting to notice the messages that show up for you on your journey. And so there is definitely, some neat things that can be found if you're keeping your eyes open in your journey in nature with messages for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got Shem who's arrived. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
She
that's my
found
favorite
3
bird.
blue jay. That's like my little blue jay feather here.
Yep, I got a whole
Right.
jar of them. They're my favorite bird. That's
Right
amazing.
here. Little blue jay feather. Yeah.
Yeah, and blue feathers often are there to tell us to use our voice. So I wonder, right?
I found it a while ago, so I am doing that. We love them too. I love blue jays. We love them. So we are going to do some readings. So if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat and we shall work through them. So I think what we were thinking was that we would do a puppy reading, and then we'll each do a little bit of card reading as well. So probably almost like our speed round, but we'll see how many messages, how many questions we get and stuff before we make a decision. So let's start off, and let's see who have we got as our first one. So let us know if you would like a reading. I think we have one here. We have Samantha. Okay, so Samantha would love a reading. So let's put the puppies. Do you have a topic, Samantha? Let's see.
Samantha wants to chew on someone's finger.
I think Samantha is looking for some love and affection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aww.
Absolutely. Expectantly. So it's something that perhaps she hasn't had a lot of recently. And so she's feeling that that would be a good thing.
I'm getting feelings of being overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she says just a general reading. So what are your thoughts, Jen, on the puppies? What are they doing for Samantha?
I'm just observing them and noticing kind of, because I know their personalities too, right? So seeing kind of where they're at with each of them as they're kind of maneuvering through. So Betsy here, this is kind of normal for Bets. She loves to get attention, and she's kind of always, sticking her neck out, right? Trying to get that attention. So that's kind of normal for her and her behavior. And then we've got this guy back here in the corner. He's a bit of a loner, right? He needs to get pulled out a little bit more sometimes. And Betsy here, who is the one who's always kind of jumping to, is over there, even though she's trying to get the attention, she's the one over there trying to pull him out, right? So when we're talking about like a head and neck thing, often too, that's, the part of us that's holding, all the pressure, right? And here she is, trying to put herself out there, but also trying to pull everybody with her. So I'm wondering if there's something going on for you where you're trying to hold stuff up for everybody else too, maybe trying to bring them along with you. Is that going on for you? Right? Because sometimes we carry all that, and we carry all that in here, and that gets awful heavy. Right? So if that's something that's going on for you, that might be part of what's carrying all that pressure for you. And if that's the case, is it really yours to carry? And if it is, is it possible to ask for some help? Is there anybody else that can help carry it for you? And if it's not yours to carry, how can you put it down, right? And then there's some fighting going on.
Some
As
fighting
I'm
going on.
talking
Defensive,
about
yeah. There might be
that,
some
right?
defensive from being overwhelmed.
It's
Yeah.
getting a little, it's getting a little rough over here too. So I'm wondering too if maybe there's some pressure being put on you,
Mhm.
to take on what you're taking on.
I'm the mom, I'm the
So,
glue. There you go.
yeah. So
Yeah.
noticing that pressure, right? And seeing how, that feels, and maybe the fight inside you that might be coming out in that moment, right? And what's going on there, and noticing how maybe that might be able to be dealt with for you. What are you doing to take care of yourself, and what are you doing to kind of help calm that inside, right? Because that's what happens. We feel it in the body. Whatever's going on in there, we can carry it out here, and it shows up as tension, and it shows up as stress. So just notice those things and see how you can bring in some self-care and maybe release some of that.
Yeah, and I'm feeling that, you're the mom. I think there might be some tension between the kids.
Mhm.
That sibling rivalry sort of stuff is coming up, and that's why you're feeling like you have to play almost referee,
Mm.
which is putting tension on you. Yeah. And there's these quiet moments, but there's like an underlying feeling of overwhelm.
Yeah, I think the quiet moment is Spirit's asking you, or you're asking you to give yourself permission to attain what your heart desires, and that's peace and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually going to go to, what am I going to go to for you for cards? I think the self-care. I think we should pick a couple of self-care
And maybe
ones.
a little release.
Yes. Teenagers. Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
That was kind of the feeling I had, actually, was that they were like the teenager rivalry stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. Ooh, go for a massage. I have a massage card here. Go for a massage. Hello. And dance. That's the other one. Maybe I should put me over there while I do this so you can see the card. So, dance and a massage. That's what I would recommend. Yes, they always do. They did. Logged into poop cleanup. Yeah, well, it happens.
It's always a part of life.
Definitely part of puppery. So a quick hello to Twisted Sushi. Hello, hello. Hello, Bella. Hello to Patricia. Thank you all for joining us. So we're doing some reading of puppies, and we are also going to do a few cards for each of the questions, okay? So if you have a question, please go ahead and put it in the chat, and we will start looking at those, okay? So we've just done Samantha. So Michelle, do you have anything you'd like to share with Samantha?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So this is the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson. She's amazing. So the main energy I got was the Nine of Wands reversed for you. And you see here, there's the goat, and he's kind of on guard there a little bit. This tells me that you're using too much of your inner resources with others, and it's creating a struggle, which is pretty much what Jen intuited by looking at her puppies. This is kind of an overwhelming card, defensive. He looks a little paranoid, right? So the way out of this that I see is I got the understanding card from the Whispers of Ganesh, and what I got was, when it comes to your kids, your guides can really help you by not focusing on these two eyes when dealing with the real big stuff that's coming their way, because the teenage years are never easy. We all went through them, and oh, God help us. But to look at with your spiritual eyes. Okay. they're saying that the spiritual work that you're doing in this lifetime can be passed on to your children, and that your gift of awareness is excellent. So that's the way through this. Okay. They're saying that you need to live in balance with your physical and your spiritual body, and your guides can help with that. So they're saying take a look at your circumstances from a different perspective and free yourself from having to be the glue is what they're saying. Because one thing that and I know that you're not this type of parent, but one thing that I did when I was in college was I was a nanny for really wealthy families. And I noticed that the parents that had their children doing chores and taking on responsibilities and doing those things, despite the fact that they were wealthy, they were just better behaved, more, how do I say this? They were more regulated, I guess I could say, more balanced, I should say, children. But the parents that basically, like, just to give you an example, like the kids would just throw garbage on the floor knowing that I was the help to come pick it up. Those kids had a lot of trouble when they left the house later in life. So giving your kids this responsibility, having them step into more adult ways of thinking and being can not only free up your perspective, but theirs as well, and just make them better people in general in the world. So that's just my experience. And you've already got this in spades. So it's just spirit confirming that it's not on you. Okay. Hugs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Jen, did you want to do a card or two, or you're on mute though, hun?
I got a couple. So I got the healing, right? Reconnecting with your inner nature, right? Which is what we all need to do. And what's interesting is what came with that was tapping into primal power, right? Which is mamas. Sometimes we got to really do that, right? I have teenagers too. Trust me. I know. I feel you on that one, right?
I've been there, done that too.
And then I got the sacred journey, which is life cycles, family, and transformation, right? And as we kind of go through all of that, one of the things that really comes out is master of the dance, right? This whole idea of really being able to, as both Michelle and Tanys were saying, being able to kind of ebb and flow with all of the different things that come at us. Right. And a big piece of that, again, coming right back to the beginning of that inner nature, right? Being able to kind of connect with ourselves, mind, body, spirit. Again, it's that full connection piece and being able to come back home and go, okay, what do I need right now? How do I take care of that? As we get loud again, I'm going to mute again, but really knowing that you've got this, right? And as you're feeling into it, really recognize, you know what, like I can feel into this. I can recognize what I have to hold on to, what I have to release, and how I can navigate this.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jen. So let's see what the next message is. We have starred ones here, so let's see what we got. So Bella is next. Hi, everyone. I'd love a general reading if there's time. Thank you. So we'll put the puppies on and Jen can do her puppery. So what have we got for Bella? We have some avoidance coming in about a situation. She's trying to avoid something. It feels like almost hiding from yourself. So you're hiding something from yourself is what I feel, Bella. There's something that's going to come to light. What do you your thoughts, Michelle?
They told me the word tradition, like a tradition that's not being followed or if it's being forgotten. I don't know why. That just was what one of the guides said. I didn't get that from the puppies. I should have, but they just said tradition or some tradition or something.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. There's a whole lot of kerfuffle happening over here in this corner. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because as all of this is going on, there's one little guy over here in the corner just sleeping through all of it, right? And what keeps coming is, there is this kind of piece over here of being pulled out, right? And of constantly feeling that need to be pulled out. And there's this other part over here that's just kind of going, I'm just going to ignore it all. I'm not going there. I'm not being a part of it. I'm just going to sit back and just ignore. And then there's Betsy, who's just got to be in the middle of everything. And so in, this kind of, this piece of maybe kind of hiding away, but then this kind of, there's a peaceful piece of over here, but also there is that kind of avoidance piece. I'm wondering, maybe, is there a part, like maybe kind of a couple different parts inside here that are kind of going, I kind of want to do something, but I kind of don't want to do something. I kind of feel like maybe I should. I'm kind of beating myself up about it because I'm not really sure I want to go there or do that thing, but I kind of feel like I need to. But then I kind of just want to walk away from the whole thing and not even think about it.
So kind of a cognitive dissonance kind of a thing?
Yeah, that's maybe what's happening. And then there's this
Okay.
other part that's kind of going, well, maybe I kind of just want to jump in. I don't know. It feels like there's maybe something that's a bit of a back and forth going on inside. And if there is, what's interesting is, as we were talking about all of this, everything kind of calmed down, which, doesn't generally happen on our own. So I think what Spirit's trying to tell you is if there is something like that going on, it's worth talking about. It's worth bringing it to the surface, and it's worth exploring it, right? Because pushing it aside or pushing it down, you're not going to get to the bottom of whatever it is. But if you're able to bring it out, talk about it, acknowledge what all the parts are doing, right? Then maybe you can come to, what
You might need
what's
to
meant
gnaw
for
on
you,
that information a bit.
and maybe all on it.
And then you'll sleep like that.
What's
It's-
interesting is I got that Bella is used to doing all the work while everybody else sleeps.
Ah,
And that's why she's not as interested in getting involved in projects because it all ends up on her.
right. All right. Very good. Awesome. So a quick hello to Sharon and to MK Karen. She says it's her first time here. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Viviani, hello. Nice to have you. Awesome. Great. Okay, so do we want to pick a couple of cards
Yeah.
for Bella? I am going to switch over to here. There we go. Let's pick a couple of cards for Bella. All right. Oh, nice. Okay. So what I got was, you will manifest what you need. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance that you need. Okay. Think about manifesting. I'm also feeling you really need to feel what it's like to already have what you're manifesting. Okay. So I think there's that disconnect. We want to attract it, and the attracting is the feelings. Quantum is creating, and then attracting is with feeling. Okay. And then open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Okay. So listen to your guides. They're trying to tell you something. Okay. If you're not, if you don't feel you're intuitive, just feel into that a little, because I think you're more intuitive than you think. I think there's one more here for you, as they're telling me. Put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins Archangel Michael to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. So Michelle mentioned a project that you're concerned about, not concerned, hesitant, resistant to going into, but the creativity part of that project would be good. Okay, so be courageous. That's one of our words. Be courageous. And Michelle.
Okay. Well, the first card I got was the reversed Hierophant. So I think that was the tradition reversed card that I got. The guides were pretty clear about this. The Hierophant represents our traditions, our values, what we're raised to be, how we're raised to think. And I'm getting that you're stepping out of this a little bit. You're stepping into a more, how do I say this? You're challenging the status quo. You're looking for freedom from that way of thinking and that way of being because you don't feel like it serves you anymore. The reason for that is I got the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. So there's a bit of a lack of foresight moving forward, and there's some unexpected delays that are going on. And these delays that were caused, the delay now is that you're not kind of thinking that you have the support that you need. And so I said, okay, what's going on there? And I got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is extra responsibilities, hard work's a burden. Okay, so you feel like this upcoming project is going to be too much of a burden and it's going to be all basically on you. And so I went to my self-care card to try to find a solution. And luckily, we have a crystal expert in the house because I got connecting with crystals can help ground your energy and set some really healthy boundaries. Tanys always prescribes me like, is it black tourmaline and selenite, I believe, when I grid my house and things like that. This tells me you need to start setting some boundaries with others. Otherwise, your projects are not going to be successful because you end up taking on all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's interesting that the guide said that. And Jen, basically, I intuited that from her Puppery. So it's like,
it's awesome.
It's amazing how these tie in. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's just, yeah, you need to create some healthy boundaries so that these projects can go upright. Okay. They can start to really work out for you. But that's the main energy I got for you. I hope that was helpful, Bella.
And so I'm feeling in terms of crystals, the selenite and some carnelian for that creative aspect, because they're certainly indicating the creative aspect would be helpful for you as well. Okay. And Jen, you're on mute, hun. Big hello to Akash as well, who's joined us as well. First time on our channel. Welcome.
So I got perception beyond the veil of illusion, right? So being really mindful of how we're perceiving and what we're perceiving and, what within ourselves too, right? Of what we can and can't do and what we're willing to do. And it's interesting because I got that along with the commit card. And so earlier in Twillow Talk, we were talking about the transits. Right, and the transit that we're in right now is the 29, and it talks about commitment, right? And this idea of half-heartedness into commitment and what that's all about and what that really looks like for us. And, what it is to be able to be in something because it's truly meant for us to be in versus being in something because, everybody else is telling us to, or because, we feel like we have to, or, all of these other things that kind of... We had a camera malfunction.
No, that's amazing. Wow.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Right. But, it's this moment of really being able to allow ourselves to be fluid and be in the moment as the moment brings us, and to be able to, feel into something and go, yeah, okay, this feels right for me, not because of all the other stuff that, people say I need to do or want to do, and to do it truly for ourselves. And what came up was the 9 of Hearts in this idea of fulfillment, harmony, and knowing that we're protected as we move through it. Right. So really kind of feeling into even the energy of the transits right now in trying to feel like, what do I really want to commit to? What do I really want to devote my time to? What truly resonates for me? and moving in that direction, right? Not because of what everybody else says or what everybody else wants me to do, but because it's what really, truly resonates for me.
Awesome. Great thoughts, Jen. Thank you. Our next one is with Jackie. So Jackie just says, may I have a general reading, please? So they look tired. What do we have for puppery on this one?
Burnout. They're starting to burn out.
Yep. They're starting to be tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pacing.
Restless. Burnout. Very a reverse Knight of Swords.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a little bit hungry.
So, yeah, well, and just as this one came up, we had a little accident off the pad.
Okay.
That I got up to clean up.
So we got a reverse cup situation there.
Which one is it with all the spilled cups? And then there's two in behind.
Oh, that's the five of, yeah, it's the five of cups.
cups.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. And then we've got some sleeping, which is good.
Sleeping would be good.
Sleep would be good. Oh my. Yeah, I think what's coming is about meeting needs and self-care. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you meeting your needs? Right? And are you, doing what's needed for you? Are you rushing it? Right? I mean, just even the whole missing the pad, right? Right next to the pad. But he missed the pad, right? And then he ran off to get the food really quick. And then he ran off and everybody else is sleeping. And he's, running around trying to get all of his needs met really quickly. And so I would ask you, are you taking time for you? Are you doing the self-care that you need to make sure that you're okay? Are you running around, trying to make sure everything else is done and rushing your own self-care? So that would be, my challenge as I see these guys and what's going on to see as he's eating my toes as well.
Oh, that's nice, Jackie, that you're missing your nap. But we want you to take care of yourself too. Okay? Thank you for that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yep, definitely self-care.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of self-care happening at the moment too.
Yeah, a whole lot of self-care happening. That's the focus. Self-care so that, oh yeah. All right. So I have a couple of cards for you while they're doing their self-care. I have your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Okay. So there's a transformation coming. You see there's a butterfly here that's drawing my eye tonight. So there's a transformation coming for you. And that sounds ominous. It's not ominous at all. I think it's for you, not to you. So trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. Archangel Michael is also present to clear away any worries so you can trust your divine guidance, okay? So stepping into that trust that you're not alone, the guides are with you, your angels are with you. And when you can do that, it's a reminder to play. So, and we have a puppy on the card. So it's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring in that balance. Okay, Jackie. So play and self-care. Maybe we'll do a self-care card too. Or did you do self-care, Michelle? Did you do them?
I did it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's hear from Michelle.
Okay. Hi, Jackie. Sending you tons of love. We love you. So the first card I got was the Five of Pentacles reversed. There's puppies in this card, but they're not doing so hot. Okay. This is a recovery card. This is my card for spiritual poverty. So this tells me that you need to really focus on filling up. Okay. This is what they're telling me. I just learned this in one of my Vedic science classes. In Vedic philosophy, they believe that when we sleep, that's when all of our prayers and all of our good works are rewarded. And what the deities, whatever deity you resonate with, comes and it basically fills up this. How do I say this? This intuitive spiritual, let's just for lack of a better term, call it a vessel. It represents the pituitary gland. But what it does is it connects us to source. It connects us to our guides. And so there's basically, when I picked this up, they're like, tell her she needs to sleep more because we want to be able to fill up that pot for her. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I got a really interesting second card. I got the Three of Cups reversed. So you've been going through a time of independence, a lot of alone time. But this is also my kind of three's a crowd card. Like you kind of feel like a third wheel with a situation in your life, which is kind of why you're stepping out and maybe doing other things. Okay. Don't feel like that third wheel. And then the last card I got was it's Knight of Swords reversed. And it just cracked me up because I think that was the energy that Jen was getting from the puppies. And the main energy of this card is that it's like a restless, unfocused energy. It's impulsive and it leads to burnout. Okay. So I just got that you are just spiritually burnt out because you're putting way, way too much effort into some stuff. Okay. And then I said, what is the self-care that Jackie can do to help her through this? I got sound healing. This can help you go to sleep. And solfeggio music is excellent. I put it on before we go to bed. Like if we're going to have a TV or any kind of media on, we'll put on like sleep resonance music. And you can just go to YouTube and type that in, solfeggio sleep music. And it can help you sleep a little better and get that really good REM that your guides are wanting to fill up for you. Okay. That's the main thing that I'm getting. Okay. Not a good sleeper. All right. So taking steps in self-care to sleep.
Yeah.
Is what's there. And I know that Tanys, she's a sound expert. She's a crystal expert. I know she's got a million things she could give you too. But
yeah, Lepidolite would be great for you too, Jackie. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. And Jen. You're on mute, honey.
I keep forgetting that I'm doing that. So I got the Lost Love card, but what's interesting, it's not really about love. It's about surrender, healing, and release, right? And look at her. She's sleeping. Right? So it's right there with what, both Michelle and Tanys were saying, this need for sleep and surrender. And, I mean, if you look at the picture and the image here, she's sleeping and she's covered in hearts, right? It's really about that self-care piece and taking care of herself and taking time to heal and taking time to release that energy. And it's interesting because, again, Michelle was talking about threes. I got this card, but it's the collaborate card. Right? And how are we going to heal in this? And asking them, okay, well, what is this healing process? And it's, I got collaborate, right? And so working with people to heal and working together in that collaborative piece to heal together. It's like, okay, well, and what does that, look like? And I got the rainbow card, right? Sweet relief, the new beginnings. Right? What comes from being able to do that is a new way forward. The way that maybe you've been working at it isn't working. And that's why that collaborative piece is going to be so helpful, because it provides a new way of looking at moving forward, right? Mm-hmm. That's going to give that relief that hasn't been there, right? And that's exactly that, right? Like he's still fighting it. He's still fighting that rest. And if he would just collaborate with the other three and see a new way to do it, he'd be able to sit back and rest and, gain a new way forward. So there we are. Hope that helps.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And who do we have next? Fogo Pogo is next. So let's put the puppies up and see what they have to say. It says, just any clarification on my head neck thing if they're willing. So you see how he's caught under there? You're resisting. You're resisting something. So you're like caught between a rock and a hard place is what I'm feeling. There's something that you're resisting. That's what that feels like. You're not able to see the other side of something, like you can't move your head in the way that you need to see the other side of the picture, the bigger picture. And what are puppies doing? You're trying very hard. Look how hard he is. He's trying to get people to play with him. So maybe you're feeling a little a little ignored, perhaps.
They're saying self-limiting beliefs.
Yeah. Awesome. Big hello to Nancy of A Crone's Intuition. Thank you for joining
it's interesting.
us.
Like they're not doing it at the moment, but they do it quite often. And they may even as they get into the fighting piece, but they'll often grab each other at the head and the neck. And I see their mom do it too. And mama dogs will do it when the babies are fighting, where they'll grab the scruff, right? And they carry them when they get out of line. And what keeps coming to me is exactly that, right? The moment the puppy gets out of line, mama goes, nope, grabs that scruff and carries them away, right? And this idea of the head neck thing, what keeps coming, or what they keep saying, is this: get back in line. Don't step out of line. What do you think you're doing? Don't go play. Don't go have fun. Don't stir the pot. Don't go be you. Don't go enjoy life. Don't do anything out of the norm. Right? How do we shake that off? How do we get to be authentically us? How do we let ourselves be free? How do we release all that? Right? How do we let ourselves walk away from it? How do we, begin to, move on from that place of, trying to always be a certain way or show up a certain way, or, need to fit a certain mold, right? Because that can hold us, and that can hold us pretty stiff, right? But when we allow ourselves to not have to fit into that so much, it's like, oh yeah, break that free, right? And then we get to run and play with the puppies, and man, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now he looks happy. Awesome. So I have some cards for you. The first one is take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. So have faith, stay focused on the outcome you truly desire, not what you think everybody else expects of you. Okay. And there's a key. You know what that's about. Angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while Michael enhances your strength. You've got this. Okay? You've got this. Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. So abundance is not always just about financial either. Although it is something, I feel like the abundance is you moving out of the self-limiting beliefs that Michelle was referring to. So, being able to, instead of doing this, you're doing this, and then taking control of those thoughts so that you can release that limitation or the feeling of lack that you have around things, because that's kind of something. Yeah, I'm getting chills on that. So that's what I would focus on, that in terms of that. Okay. Absolutely. And Michelle.
Huge, huge yes. And I'm going to quote Tanys, you can't make this up, Kaylee. Okay. I got the 8 of Swords. Now, what are we noticing about the animal in this card? It's a little mole. What do moles struggle with? Seeing things clearly because they've been in the ground for so long. Okay. This is the same as the 8 of, this is the 8 of Swords where she's blindfolded. So there are negative thoughts that are being self-imposed. And those self-imposed restrictions are being caused by those negative thoughts. And I'm getting mom. Okay. It's also imprisonment and victim mentality. That's what this card represents. Okay. Been there, done it. We were going through the same thing. Okay, Kaylee, you've got this. I call it the thinning, because as soon as you take that blindfold off, you're going to start attracting the people that are here for your best moving forward. Okay. I got Venus. Venus rules the neck. Okay. Venus also rules our relationships. Venus is guru to the Asuryas. So, which is another way of saying guru to the demons, but demons are not, scary things. They're just basically people who have kind of lost their way on the path. Okay. So this tells me that this is Venusian related. Okay. It's something that you need to kind of let go. This is a restriction that was not imposed by you. This was a conditioning, is what they were telling me. This is how you're going to get out of it, because I know you have that beautiful Saraswati yoga in your chart, which is super freaking rare. Journal it out. You might even get a deck out of this. Okay. All of those thoughts and things, come up with a phrase and then come up with a solution on the other side. Tanys has a really amazing set of cards that she uses, where she has like positive traits and negative traits, like shadow self and the weaknesses and the strengths, right? Mm-hmm. That could be a deck. Turn it into something creative that you can create. And it starts with journaling, because that's what they showed me for you. Because you've got a million creations in you. The best thing that you can do, and you see this beautiful castle, is nurture yourself. Your home is your castle. Turn it into your sanctuary. I support and protect those I care about. We all have an obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. We need to be strong, powerful. We need a strong, powerful castle for each other so that we can feel safe and be able to heal. Okay. So you've already built this beautiful fortress for yourself, along with a room that like sparks all of your creativity. Retreat there when you're feeling more negative, and tap into your higher self. Okay. Because your higher self is waiting to basically replace those thoughts from your past and from mom with better thoughts. Okay. Stop longing, still your mind, and allow your higher self to use its infinite resources to comfort and guide you to the fulfillment of your desires. Don't let those negative, like in the South, we call them negative Nancy thoughts, into your head, because that's not what your higher self wants for you. There's a big, beautiful future for you. I struggle to journal, but I'll try. I'll get her to show them to me. Yes, please do. Because that is definitely something that is important, because, my dear, you are a survivor. Okay. That's going to help you break through some of these patterns and ways of thinking and conditionings. And that is connected to the neck. I have neck and shoulder problems. Our physiological conditions are usually something that's going on that's out of balance in our life. Okay. So, but just they're saying, remember all you have endured and how resilient you've proven to be. And this is an exercise you can do with your journal. If something really overwhelming or intense comes up, think of something more overwhelming and intense that you already conquered and write about it. And sometimes you can find a solution. Oh my gosh, Jen, you're killing me. Jen turned into a puppy. So yeah, changing that perspective is really going to help you moving forward. That's what I have for you. And I'm sending you tons of love. Okay, Kaylee, thanks for joining us, honey.
I think we're getting a reading from a puppy.
Sorry. Just eating my shoe and he wouldn't stop. So he decided he needed to come up here with me. So here's what I got for you, if we could focus on this. I got the attachment card. Okay, so letting go restrictions and fear. Right, this is a big one, right? Of being able to let go of things that we're so used to holding us back, right? And when we do, I got winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome. And it's interesting because, as we look at this and, so often the things that we want in our lives are the things that we actually hold ourselves back from, right? And it's, we talk about being authentic, right? And what that means and how we can do that. And I got Sacred Earth Mother, right? Really connecting with that love, right? And that message of love. And what's interesting is, we have to really honestly assess what's going on for us, right? Inside. And to be able to do that, we have to really connect with our soul mission, right? And what we're here for. And not just to do. I don't mean it like that. But I mean really about our journey and that inner calling. And the other part of this card that's really awesome is it's about our soul team, right? We're not here to do it alone. We're here to do it with our team. And you've got that. And you're connecting with that. And so all of this healing and all of this journey and all of these things that, Michelle and Tanys are talking about, you're not doing that alone. Right. And a lot of this stuff with head and neck and everything else, I think sometimes we that saying about like having that weight around your neck and we feel like we're carrying it and we feel like we're carrying that burden all alone. And then sometimes we have people who come in and we go, it's okay, come on, I got this, and we help it. And eventually the team goes, okay, let's just take that thing off. Let's go. Ready? And off it goes. And then we journey on. Right. And so just know that your team is here and they're helping you. And that's coming off. And you're in that place of really being able to open to this brand new way of being. And I'm going to mute now because they're starting to get loud again.
Your team is there, and so are we. So we're there for you. So she says thank you. Okay. And our next one is Rachel. So she's looking for advice for controlling landlords. So we don't control anybody else. We only control our own actions and reactions.
Tanys, we pulled cards for the fact that her new landlord would be controlling.
Did we?
Yeah.
And that's what we got, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I picked some cards for this as well, but let's see what the puppies have to say first, and then we'll. Oh, yep. There's a little bit of a nip in there. The bark is worse than the bite. That's what you feel like is like kind of trapped.
He keeps going back and attacking the vent. And it's funny because he was attacking it just before you asked the question.
Mm-hmm.
And then he walked away and did a bunch of other stuff. And then he went back and he's attacking it again. And the thing is, they like the vents. It's probably one of their favorite places to sleep. And yet they attack it. And yeah, Exactly. He's digging a hole. And
Yeah.
they do that, right? They dig a hole before they lay down. And they do that because they want to make sure it's safe. And, when we talk about, relationships and stuff, how often do we deal with this kind of piece of attacking or lashing out at people that we're close to or that we feel comfortable with or things like that? And I think that sometimes people lash out and they do that and they think that for whatever reason, we're either not going to respond or we're not going to, act back, or they feel for whatever reason like it's safe or okay for them to act the way that they act with us, right? And so I think that it's really important for you to really pay attention to what's happening and know your limits and know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with, and also know your rights, right? And know what it's okay, for you to do in regards to setting boundaries and standing up to him and all of that kind of stuff, because people will do whatever they feel comfortable with doing, regardless of whether or not it's okay or not, because they feel safe to do it or it makes them feel okay, right? So just be really mindful of that, because he's doing it doesn't make it okay, right? But he's doing it because he feels okay to do it, and that's not okay.
I got that he's literally venting.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got literally venting out his frustration on you because he feels that he's in a position of power and that he can do that because he's your landlord and he's got you trapped. But you see how the puppy just got loose?
Mhm.
Puppies, yeah. He doesn't have control over you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's more possessive. This is a guy that's not capable of love, but he understands possession. And because you're his tenant, he sees you as a possession.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that it's his property. It doesn't mean that he has the ability or the right to treat you inappropriately.
Yeah.
Or to be mean or aggressive in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you have rights as a tenant. So I would definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So I've picked a couple of cards for you here. No, it's not time yet. This is not divine right time to take action. Be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. So I think that's just to be aware, and it's not okay if he's being out of line. Okay, so that may be what that's about. The other one here is trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you're on a path of growth. So there's something that you need to learn from this. Okay. Don't settle for less. You're a child of the divine. You deserve to have your dreams come true. So don't give up. There's some transformation happening here. So some of this I feel is you learning to step into your own power in this situation.
Yep.
Right. So learning to stand your ground with compassion and stuff for both, right? Because it's about boundaries. And the last one I got for you was pray from the heart. So prayer can really move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. Okay. So I feel like there's something there that can shift. There's an energy that can shift, but it's just not time for that shift just yet. So just stand in your boundary, right? As you're going forward. Okay. That's what I have for you. And Jessica, you're right. I did miss that one. So sorry. We'll do your question next. Thank you.
Okay. So I got the Ace of Cups reversed. You see the little Kingfisher here? We actually have one out on the river in our backyard. They're saying stop repressing your emotions. Okay, focus on self-love and your intuition is correct, but stop repressing your emotions was the first thing I got when I pulled this card. Okay, Kingfishers are really loud. They have these dog fights out here. I call them dog fights because they're like aerial dog fights where like they'll grab at each other's feet and they'll like fight for territory.
Oh my
And they
goodness.
can get really hilarious because there's two males that have been fighting out here. And because we're talking about augury and puppery, right? And this happened
Mhm.
recently. So one of the males was sitting up on a ledge, and he's the main male who's been here for a while. And another male came and knocked him off and into the water while he was sleeping. So it was like they play tricks on each other. They do all kinds of stuff. Don't let that guy do this to you. You are paying
Mhm.
for that property. It's yours as long as you are the renter there. Okay, as long as you're paying and as long as you're obeying the laws, that's your property because you're paying for rights and use. Okay, this is who you can lean on for help. Ollie, I got the little white dog. Okay, I am a friend, and it says breathe. I am a friend. Okay, this is the friendship card. A caring friend is worth more than any worldly possession. I breathe in loving friendship that makes life's struggles bearable. I am filled with love, light, and laughter to be shared with my friends. I breathe out all loneliness and trust. When I pulled this card, I saw you at a small get-together with friends, and you got to vent what this guy was doing to you, and they were able to give you some good advice. And Ollie was there too. So get together with a small group of friends, troubleshoot this because you're repressing your emotions when it comes to this guy. That's what you're learning. Then I got Pisces. This is a spiritual lesson. Okay. You're feeling overwhelmed because he is going through some spiritual upheavals himself, and he feels the need to vent them on you. It's wholly inappropriate. Okay. So protect your spirit, protect your aura, protect yourself, just in general, and your spirituality. And they're also saying that okay, got it. She needs to grid her house, Tanys. The
Mm.
stuff that you did, the thing that you engendered for the house that basically got the neighbor next door to leave. And you and Gerald gave me all that good advice. Yeah, she needs to do this to the property because this is a spiritual attack.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. That's what they just gave me. So that's something to look into. Okay, Rachel. They're also saying look to the stars. So you might be stepping into some kind of astrological practice or at least journaling. This can kind of help you determine uh, when certain triggers or events are coming into your life. It can also help you determine friends and enemies. It's based on the Nadi Nakshatras. I keep a journal myself. I've been thinking about doing one, but this will be able to kind of help you with this. I'm getting that you need to stand up for yourself and not just keep moving because that's what's going on. The reason you keep going through this lesson again and again and again is that you've been repressing your emotions, and you need to say to these landlords, you can't treat me like this. If you've got a mold problem, you need to come in here and fix it. If you can't keep the noise down, then you need to fix that. And yeah, that's kind of standing up for yourself is what they're showing me. Here's what they're saying though, which is really interesting. You are a traveler. So it's not time to settle yet. And they're showing me this is both spiritual and physical, but let travel, education, and communication systems take you and your ideas to the world and or use the same to bring the world to you. So you're going through a period of expansion. And once you break through this, okay, there you go. Once you break that, and again, that's not on you, honey. And the fact that you know that, I think, is a little inappropriate. I know nothing about my landlord, and I'd like to keep it that way. It's a professional business relationship. The fact that he's telling you his personal life and like causing, yeah, it's completely inappropriate. I'm just letting you know. So you're expanding your world vision. You're a traveler, and you are being called to travel, probably for work and things like that. But she's not here. A lot happened when she left for a few days. Okay. Basically you're being asked to travel and keep traveling. You're not supposed to stay rooted in one spot. But the reason you are having issues from apartment to apartment is because you don't let people cross that boundary. If you have to, I actually changed the locks on a landlord once. And then I said, you call the police. And they did. And the police sided with me. So sometimes it takes that to get someone, because this was a landlord who was like breaking into my house and watching television and eating my food. completely inappropriate, right? And when I did that, I stopped having problems with landlords. I literally called the cops on him, and I told him I wasn't armed, but I told him I was. He ever came back into my place, and I did have bear spray, so I was ready to use that. But yeah, this is someone that that needs some really, really clear boundaries. And yeah, okay, he's going through some personal stuff, but there's no reason to take that out on you. Okay, so set those boundaries, and if you need to, take a little vacation if you can on one of your choir or your military orchestra trips to just kind of get a breather from this person if you can. Like if there's like a project or something coming up that might give you a little bit of a breather from this person. But yeah, the reason you keep going through this is because this is a boundary that keeps getting crossed, and spirit is telling you, don't let people keep crossing this. It'll go away once you do that. I mean, I'm speaking from experience, okay? Sending you tons of love, Rachel. I'm sorry you're going through another one of these.
Yeah. And Jen, just a quick thing before Jen gets on. Just there's some confusion over the questions. I've had some questions about who's in what order. Absolutely. This is my first time doing the question piece. I haven't facilitated this before, so my apologies for having things in the wrong order. Our next one will be Jessica. Then after that, Joyful Journey. Then we're going to go to Shem, Twisted Sushi, and Patricia and Viviani. That's the order we're in, okay? So we have all those questions, so we are going to have to start to stay a little bit shorter in terms of our responses, just because we're already over the hour. And
Wow.
so we're super happy to have you all here. So we're going to have to go a little bit shorter. If you want to, we are all open to book other readings with, if you're interested in more. And Michelle and I will be on again on Wednesday as well, if you want to join us then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So shall we, do you have something else for Rachel, Jen? And then we'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, very much in line with what you guys were saying. I got flow with divine timing, right? So really just being mindful of that. And sometimes we have to speak up and sometimes we don't, but just really knowing when to do it. And then I got some in the rain. So I think that maybe there is going to be a time that you're going to have to speak up and you're going to maybe have to bring somebody with you to do it, right? But be really mindful of the ripple effect, right? And know that the details are taken care of, but there is something bigger and that you're going to have to, there are going to be some things that you're going to have to do. But know that, you know, as you take care of specific things, like other things are going to also get taken care of. So just be really mindful of how that, you know, plays out for you. And as you, you know, maybe step back from, like, it's one thing to be friendly, but it's something else entirely to let somebody take advantage of you. So maybe just pulling back a bit from being so friendly, and maybe starting to set a little bit of boundary will have a ripple effect, right? And then you begin to move in that direction, and that's going to impact and then impact and then impact. So just kind of noticing how little changes can actually have big impacts as you move forward.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we have another pet joining us this evening.
I was just going to say, cats have the best boundaries, and he came in when Jen was reading. So get those claws out, girl. Don't be afraid to use them.
Yeah. All righty. Awesome. Okay, so our next one, as mentioned, is Jessica Lynn. So a general reading, please.
Well, the puppies have definitely settled down after an hour of being pretty wired. So it's getting kind of quiet here. But we did have Cora come out, which is pretty nice, and she's got a beautiful spirit. So Cora's the cat, and she's probably the one cat out of all. We have three, who is really brave when it comes to the puppies. She's the one cat who is willing to walk through them, and doesn't generally shy away from them, even when they do this. And so, you know, if she's here and she's willing to come out for you, maybe that spirit telling you that if there's something that you're, you know, looking to do or wanting to do, that maybe now's the time to take that step forward and be brave,
Mhm.
right? And, you know, allow yourself to, you know, take the step and see where that brings you, and know that you're protected and know that they've got your back.
Yeah, so I kind of think you've faced a little bit of angst lately,
Mhm.
or was facing a little bit of pushback there. So I kind of think that maybe you've been facing a little bit of pushback lately, but know that you're not alone. Your guides are there; they have your back. So that's what it looks like to me. What do you think, Michelle?
Okay. Well, the first card I pulled was
Okay.
Cancer, which tells me this has to do something with home and mom. Okay. That's what I got. But then I got the Sun reversed. And whenever I pull this, it's like there's some inner child work that needs to be done. You might be feeling a little down. Okay. In that department. And then I got the Seven of Swords, which is really interesting because this is my Thief card. Okay. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some self-deception going on based off of this lack of self-esteem that I'm seeing that has to do with home and mom and some inner child work that needs to happen. Hmm. Someone might be keeping a secret is what they're also telling me, which is interesting. There's a lot of energy. Ooh. And then I got the Four of Wands reversed. Lots of reverse cards for you, which tells me your life is a little out of balance. You need to focus on your inner harmony. There's some conflict going on with others. There's going to be a transition, but yeah. Whew. You are going to work through this, but you need to celebrate yourself a little more is what they're telling me. Okay, so I'm going to go to my self-care and ask for just a little bit more of a clarity. Oh, okay, the Page of Wands just flew out. Okay, this is the Salamander card. Your potential is limitless. Okay, you're a free spirit. You are full of inspiration. You have beautiful ideas, and you're entering a path of discovery. Okay, so this came up upright. Okay, and it flew out. It wasn't even a card that I chose. Okay, that step away from those self-limiting beliefs that mom has. You wonder. That seems to be a bit of a theme with another reader here. Sorry, with another person here tonight. I am going to pull you a self-care card. Very clear. Okay, I wasn't expecting this one. I'm just going to do it. They're asking you to have sex. Release it that way. The sacral chakra is a great place to release a lot of tension and a lot of inner child healing. So this is a way to release it. Okay. If you have a partner, you can plan something romantic. If not, there's lots of tools. Okay. But that's what I got. That was interesting.
So I think, Michelle, that's like womb healing, right? Which is also related
Womb
to mother.
healing.
So
There
the
you go.
womb healing is, having an orgasm can do that. It creates energy movement down in the womb area.
Okay.
And so that's what I got from that. I also got, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. So accept your truth, then let source take it from there. Okay. Pray from the heart. Prayer really can move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. And it struck me that she's an older woman in this one, with what Michelle was saying about mother stuff, because you have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. So you see all this light coming down, Jessica? That's all the light that's coming down to help you to clear away all the stuff all these limiting beliefs, all the stuff that you've got going on there. All right. So allow that light to come in. Jen?
We lost our camera person.
Okay.
So I'm trying here. All right.
Yeah, here's one
So
to bring balance. Yep.
there you go. So what I got for you is kind of in line with that. So I got liberation, which is breaking free from negative attachment. Right. So what maybe needs to be released is some attachment to some of your own kind of negative beliefs or patterns, because I got notice the pattern. Right. So maybe some things that have been, sorry guys, some of the things that have been, coming up for you. Yeah. And, here we go. We're talking about it, and there's some aggression starting again, some things going on there. So maybe there's some inner stuff, right? So that have been coming up maybe. So really being present with what's coming up for you and notice it. And then there's some release that has to happen, because I got the Let It Rain card, right? Which is about really allowing yourself to feel the emotions, right? Allowing what is, kind of accepting it, right? That idea of we have to accept the shadow in order to work through it, right? We have to be able to allow ourselves to have that experience and then trust that we can get through it.
You're on mute, Tanys.
So Shamanta Baru, we've actually closed our questions for tonight. We've got quite a few to go through. But if you'd like to join Michelle and I on Wednesday night at 7, then we'll be able to help you then, okay? So our next question is from Joyful Journey, and no, you didn't miss. You're just in time. There we go. And let's check in with the puppies and see what they have to say about this. Yeah, you've been facing some friction lately. It's been a bit of a tough time. You're feeling a little backed into a corner.
Well, and what's interesting here is Little Bets. He's sitting on her head. So she's in the corner laying there and was peacefully sleeping. And the two of them went at it. And now he's laying on her head.
Right.
Do you have a
Right.
husband, Joyful Journey, or a partner? I'm getting this has to do with a partnership.
Mm. Awesome. Jessica says, thank you, ladies, for the messages. Very appreciated. Resonated a lot. Awesome. Glad to hear.
Either that or maybe kids. But something. There's somebody in your life or people in your life who take up a lot of energy and take up a lot of time and demand a lot of attention, maybe, and make it hard for you to kind of step away. And they maybe come in a bit, okay, maybe. Yeah, was your job very demanding? And it's almost this feeling of like it can't, like there was something that was taking everything and then just gone. was kind of the feeling here, right? Like they came in, they fought. Like he was literally sitting on her head so that she couldn't even breathe or focus. And then they were gone. They're completely on the other side of the room. And she's left to just, lay there in the corner. And she's exhausted. And she's not even,
Yeah,
not even getting up. Like she's not even stirring.
Yeah.
we're just working through a bad patch. Yeah, that's what we were sensing, was that. Yeah. Because there is a husband involved. So
She feels like it's all on her. It's not.
no.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. You need rest, honey.
And hydration.
Yeah. And don't be upset or beat yourself up or feel bad about taking that time for yourself. They can come in and they can try to demand your attention and demand your energy, and it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
And to not jump when they tell you to or try to pull you out of it. It's okay to take that time for yourself.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right. So what I have for you is open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. Okay. And the judging yourself is coming up strongly. I feel like there's judgment for others, but you're being really hard on yourself in all of this. And I got, don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow Archangel Michael to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Okay. And then trust your angels. Let go of expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. So it's going to work out. Yeah, you're going through a rough spot, but it's going to work out. Okay. And Michelle.
Well, I went to the karma cards and I got the 7th house of relationships. So this would be your marriage. That's what the guides are asking you to focus on. And I think the reason you lost your job was to shed some light on this area because you're forced to deal with it now. You both are. Okay. I got that you've been doing too much in the relationship. Just in general. 10 of Wands. This is you are absolutely exhausted. You are carrying all the wands. Everything is on your back. This is not a stable relationship. In a lot of cultures, they talk about being equally yoked. The word for yoga is actually a yoke, and a yoke is to be shared between two people. And if one person is not hauling or isn't there, then it's out of balance and the job doesn't get done. Or the other, let's just say the other animal that's yoked, let's just say a horse, gets tired or, plows the field the wrong way. Both people need to be on a team here. Okay, that's the main thing I'm kind of going with this. You both have been too isolated. You need to go out and have a little fun. Maybe have a party with friends. You definitely need to. Okay, you've been isolating yourself for way too long. You've been working way too hard. Okay. Here is your mantra for today. And so there's fish here. Okay. And it's, I am floating. Sometimes it's best to decide not to decide just yet. So you're not being asked to step into any decisions right now. I breathe in the stillness that quiets my worries and pressures of time. You are not on a time schedule. I am filled with certainty that I will act correctly when the time is right. So take some time to breathe, take some time to socialize, take some time for self-care. I breathe out attachment to outcomes. Okay, so this is a mantra for you, and it's, I am floating. Float above the situation because you're too into it, is what they're showing me. I did pull a relationship card for you. I got the 2 of Gems reverse, resistance to change. Okay. You're both being tested by a period of incredible busyness, change, and it's brought a lot of instability. The hectic pace that is going, okay, they're saying that there's a lot of irritability and nervousness going on as well. And trying to stay flexible is draining because they're saying that you're being pulled in too many directions with the relationship. So you're not able to keep everything going, and you have to pick up the pieces and start again. That's that 10 of Wands. So they're saying that the problems are caused by someone being too changeable. All right. Or just hiding their problems from the world. I'm guessing that's you. You need to step out and ask for help. Okay. They're saying you're too flexible with other people, and you need to be a little more rigid when it comes to those boundaries. I did pull a couple of self-care cards for you. Okay. And I got that you need to hydrate, drink more water. That's important. Kind of keeps that balance going. And then meditation is excellent. All right. The best, just pick a nice, quiet, dark, cool place to sit and to meditate and to be alone and focus on your heart center is what they're telling me. If you start crying, don't let it break the meditation. Just see it as a release. Is what they're saying. Let the tears go and imagine them pulling in your heart center and being healed. Because you got to let go of some stuff, and you got to start setting some boundaries in your relationships, because having your head sit on by another puppy is not fun. Okay. No. It's like, don't do that. That's my head. All right. So I hope that was helpful. And I'm sending you tons of love as you work through this relationship stuff too. We're all there with you. We're married too. So we've gone through this stuff too. Okay. All right.
Awesome. And Jen.
All right, so what I got for you, I pulled, so the first card I pulled for you, I got the Mist card. The Mist card says, trust your inner compass and be led from within, right? And a big part of this is, I said, okay, well, what's going on? What is it that, is going on within? And I got, am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Is there something going on inside for you that you're holding on to? Are you beating yourself up, right? About some of the stuff that's happening, taking on things that aren't yours to take on, right? So the message here, it says, the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Heal the shame by giving it a name, right? Remember, this isn't you, right? And none of these experiences are yours to hold. They're all here for you to let go of and to move on from. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is. Okay, and move from there. And then the other card I got for you is deep sea diving, right? The way of the mystic, learning through experiencing the depths, right? It's time to go deep, and it's time to really move into that true part of you that's beyond all of the shame, all of the guilt, all of the beating yourself up for all of these experiences, and moving into the truth of who you are through all of this, right? And moving into that. I hope that helps.
Awesome. So we're going to go into our lightning round because we are getting short on time. We do have a tipper, so we will spend a few minutes on them. But I think we're going to be doing lightning round for the others that we have. So Lalima, she's away for 10 minutes. So let's do some of the lightning round first. So we have Shem first. Let's just do, and I think that the puppies are probably, I don't know, are we getting ready to, are the puppies up for this, or are we going to just do some card readings?
I think at this point, puppies are getting pretty tired. And on top of that, my phone battery is getting pretty done.
Okay. So we've gone fairly long, guys. So I think what we'll do, we'll just do cards for the rest of these, and we'll just take the puppies and give them a rest. And we're just going to come on like this and do some readings with all of us on. All right. So we'll just pick a couple of cards for Shem, like 2 maybe. Okay. And we'll do a little lightning round. Okay. So I have embrace this magical moment. You're in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. So allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Okay. Again, I'm feeling like you really need to feel that you've already got it. Okay. But if you can do that, I got the abundance card. Welcome abundance into your life. Okay. Prosperity is on its way. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. Okay. But you have to really feel what it's like to be abundant and feel blessed and step into that magic. And then that's going to happen for you. Okay, Shem? Hope that's helpful.
Okay. I got are we doing one person each, or?
If we're just going to stick to 2 cards, we can probably each do them. We've got 4 questions. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just making sure I'm following the format.
yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
I've got that there's a lot of indecision going on around you. Some confusion. There's information overload, and you're at a bit of a stalemate. Okay, because I got the 2 of Swords reversed. What stands out for me is a little killdeer here. Maybe look that up as a totem animal for you. But I did get that you have all the resources to move forward. I got the Magician. You can manifest the way out of this. Okay, this is a really good card to get. It tells me that you have everything that you need to take inspired action and use those resources to help you move forward. The main issue that's holding you back is I got Moon and Mars. So there's some aggression, some emotional issues going on with your inner state. Okay. So you're a little defensive is what they're saying. Okay. And that's okay. They're saying just work on being more assertive to how you're integrating yourself into the situation, and try not to let your mind become too agitated. If you find that it's doing that, step into meditation, step into yoga, anything that helps you calm the mind. They're saying she needs to do mind calming techniques, breathing, things like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I got abundance planning. So that's something you can do. Okay. That can
Lots of
help you.
abundance stuff. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I got for you, the first card I got was stagnant waters, right? So feeling stuck, really kind of being in that place of needing a shift, right? Because that's what this is about. It's about calling for a shift. There's this flow that needs to happen and a change that needs to happen. And in order for that to, take place is exactly what, Tanys and Michelle were telling you. And if you can do that, and if you can tap into that, and if you can notice what it is that you're getting stuck on, you can tap into those dreams, right? And you can get into bringing that future reality into the now, into a new beginning, and being able to really kind of tap into that and move forward.
Awesome. Hope that's helpful, Shem. And we have Twisted Sushi left. So she'd love general reading. Let's see what comes up here for you. So there's something that you're trying to decide on, and it's not time yet. So I have, no, it's not time yet. This is not divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is coming. Okay. So I think that's, there's something that you're trying to decide on. You need more information. I feel like there's some information missing for you and that you're really worried about it. So if you're worried, there's pieces that you need. You need to find, it's like you need some more evidence for you to make your decision about this. Okay. So your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for them. I'm looking after them. So Archangel Michael is looking after them. So I feel like some of some of what you're waiting for is about fear and worry. Okay. So you need to find the evidence to put your mind at ease before you act on this. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. Michelle?
Tanys, I pulled the worry card. I got the 9 of Swords. So there you go. There's some inner turmoil going on. This is deep-seated fear stuff. Okay. Release the worry. Release that worry. Okay. Um, they're saying you could do so by putting on a little weight and making yourself a sweet treat. That's what they're saying. Okay. Because everything's going to be fine because I got the Jupiter card. Now, Jupiter is also the Karaka for children. And I know a little bit of something about you. I know you haven't put it in. I found out I'm pregnant. Okay. That's what I thought. You're good. I got Jupiter. Jupiter's the Karaka for children. And of course, look at Jen just got the baby card. So, all your guides, the self-care card they gave you was make yourself some chocolate cupcakes and some nummies. So make some comfort food for yourself. Okay. That's what they're kind of telling me is indulge, have that little piece of something. All right. Oh, yes, that's true. And it's going to be fine. Jupiter's the Karaka for children. And when I pull this card, it's a very, very good card to get. It literally says the granting of blessings, good fortune on there. Okay. You're so welcome, honey. Stop worrying.
It's all good. Jen?
Yeah, I got metamorphosis, which of course is what's happening, right? Embrace transformation. Things are now different, right? Really about allowing yourself to be okay with the fact that things are changing. It's okay, right? And the more that we allow it to be okay, the more things can flow and the more we can be in that place of change, right? And then Earth mysteries. Well, I was like, why did I get that card? How does that fit in? Well, now I know how that fits in, right? You're being called to create. You're being called to create life, right? And so holding space for that and the compassion for yourself as you go through that and treating yourself as you go through that, right? And so just allowing yourself to really embrace all that is and taking care of yourself through the process.
Beautiful. That's awesome. And our next one is Patricia. So anything around the move in November. All right, let's see. It looks like the right time to do it. You do need to watch your self-care. So I did get, yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. So I would say it's definitely a good time for the move. Okay, in November. However, make sure you prioritize your self-care. Okay, because it can be a stressful period and you do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So between now and then, prioritize your self-care. Okay. Yes, moving is a lot of work and you have to get there. And it does look like it's meant to be. Don't forget to care for yourself in all that process. Okay. That's what I have for you, Patricia. I hope that's helpful. Michelle, you're on mute.
Do you struggle with imposter syndrome? Because I got the 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, that's kind of a big one. And this is also an apology that's being issued by someone, but I got that there was something going on there. Because the second card I got was the Star reversed. There's a lack of faith going on with something that you're doing. Okay. Okay. There's a disconnection that's led to feelings of despair. I don't know why they're telling me that, but there's something there. It's caused like a deep lack of faith in your abilities. I don't know why they're saying that, but they are. And I'm going to go to my karma cards. I know it's only one card, but I don't know why they're saying that and no one's telling me.
Yeah, that's okay. No, 2 cards is okay. We just want to make sure that
we're on time. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is I got the North Node. This is Rahu related. This is psychological. Push past any psychological angst around making this decision and around choosing a new home. Get to work because I got the 8 of Pentacles. Take out time for alone time and make an altar. Okay, that's the main thing that I got. But making the altar, like if you can see your altar in the new house when you move, is what they're saying. That's the house for you because that's where the guides want you to really sit and be.
Here.
I have no idea where to move. I was meant to live with my sister, but a betrayal happened. Okay, that's the betrayal. That's this guy right here. That's the reverse star. And they're asking you to get back to work and finding another place to live. You're going to need to take out some alone time so that no one else is influencing your decisions and make an altar because your guides have some advice for you regarding the sister's betrayal. I'm going through this too. Okay. So that's the dark stuff that you're kind of powering through. But know that you're going to find an amazing place where you can do your spiritual practice and take out that. Oh, and they're also saying pick a place where you can walk by water.
Yes.
That's that. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's good. And I massage. They were yelling at
Mm.
me to do the self-care thing, so massage as well. So watch your back and stuff when you're doing the moving piece, okay? Please.
Okay.
Jen?
I mean, the water thing, of course, because I mean, my cards are all water. But the one card I got, okay, so the wellspring, right? And this is about, you know, what are you thirsty for? Again, body care. Take a breath, okay? Take a step back, take a breath. And then I got healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose. Wherever it is you're going to go, it has to work with what you're supposed to be doing, right? So things are going to fall through if it's not going to work with where you're supposed to be as far as what you're meant to be doing. It has to fit with your calling. So if it's not going to fit with that, it's not meant to be. And then I got the plunge card, right? Which is really interesting that if the place didn't work out, I don't know why I'm getting the dive in, don't hold back card, other than what was coming to me was don't give up. If something doesn't work out, don't give up, don't stop looking, right? Don't take that step back and all, because they're telling you to go for it and to dive in. So give it everything you've got. Keep on going, keep on moving forward, because whatever it is they have for you, it's right there. Okay? So keep going.
So interesting. I just had a feeling like slipping over two things. So it might be the third place you see, but you'll know, feel into it. It's going to make your heart grow. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And now we have Viviani. And she says, may I have a general reading, please? So just to let everybody know, our questions are closed. We have two more. Shamanta, we will do you in the, we will do a bit in the, our lightning round here. And Vivian, what do we have for you? All right. Oh, they gave me three for you. All right. Embrace your life purpose. I'm guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. Okay. So tap into what makes your heart joyful because you have some transformation on the way. There is some stuff that you need to let go of. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so that you can embrace the future. Okay, so it's like it's a letting go process because going forward is open. The way forward is open. You are not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. So this speaks to me about, your spiritual journey, like you're jumping into the spiritual journey. There's some spiritual work that you need to do, and you're going to be sort of releasing some of those old beliefs, some old practices that you may have been doing, behaviors, in order to step into this different, more free lifestyle, is what I feel. Okay, hope that's helpful. Michelle.
All right. I got the magician for you. See the fox jumping there and all of the tools at his disposal? This tells me that you have the ability to manifest right now. Use all the resources you have. You're a very resourceful person. You have power to really like jump into inspired action. You see how he's jumping there? All right. Because 3 of karma cards flew out for you. I got Virgo, Scorpio, and 8th house. Scorpio rules the 8th house. This tells me that you're going to be going on a spiritual journey. You can't make this stuff up, right? And you can use your ability to compartmentalize and organize yourself to get through this, because you're going to go through a period of transformation. See the phoenix there? That's some major transformation. Scorpio, shedding your skin. All right. Coming out of that cave. Here's how you can work through it. Take up some chanting. If you're not sure what to chant, I can show you. Another thing. This is very Scorpio. Sex. You might look into some tantric coaching. Be careful who you make sure they're well vetted, because there's a lot of scammers out there when it comes to tantra, but that could be something you could look into. But the chanting really comes out. That's 8th house stuff, and that can help break up some of the stagnation that you're experiencing during your transformation. Okay.
And use your crystals. And Jen. You're on mute, hun. Jen, you're on mute.
Doing that. I got the healing lagoon, right? Taking that time to step back, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, and it's safe to stop, right? Sometimes we have to take that step back, right? And give ourselves the ability to heal, to rejuvenate. And there's going to be, I got gentle force, right? And both of these, Michelle talked about cave, and if you look at both of the cards here, right, they're very cave, lagoon, and very cave-like, in this kind of enclosed, safe space, protected kind of environment, right? And so there's this consistency, this kind of perseverance, this patience, the long game, right? And so really recognizing that this is, for all of us, this is a journey, right? And we're on a journey, and we're on this journey together. But that it's a journey, and it's not about a destination. It's really about how are we on the journey, right? And so embrace that, and embrace the journey that you have, and enjoy it for all of what it is.
I was seeing a cocoon when you were seeing the cave. I was seeing cocoon. So it's like a time of cocooning at the moment. Alrighty. Okay, so quick one. So for Samantha, let's see what have we got for you. Okay, you're going through a tough time. I'm feeling very heavy, almost like headachy stuff. You just need to be patient and have faith, because this situation, your guides have it under control. What will come is far better than you dare dream. This is a blessing in disguise. Okay, I don't know what it is that you're facing, but it's definitely a challenge. I feel very heavy. I think that you just need to remember that your guides are there for you to help you, because prayer can really move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So also be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth. Then let source take it from here. So there's something that you just need to sit in reflection and do some self-reflection on what it is that's coming up for you. Something's triggering you, and I think you need to, I'm getting chills on that. So self-reflection, you need to sit down, figure out exactly what it is that's coming up for you and why. Ask yourself the 5 whys. Why is this triggering me? Okay, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Do the self-reflection, because that's going to help to clear some of this, because you do feel quite heavy. Okay, hope that's helpful.
Okay, this is you. I got the Knight of Cups. Okay, and then I also got Mercury. So you're changing the way that you view your communications. Now, the Knight of Cups is someone who is creative, romantic, charming, very imaginative. And Mercury rules your communications and intellect. So that's the area that's being transformed. How you can work through this: start journaling. Get that journal out and start journaling, because these are the 2 things that Spirit has you working on. This is what you're healing. You're healing your shadow self. I bravely face my shadow self. Encounters with our ever-present shadow side can cause anxiety and self-doubt, weaken our resolve, and poison relationships with suspicion. The problem is not that we are bad, but that we think we are. Okay, so you're taking your throat chakra and you're connecting it to your heart, so that there's clearer and more heart-based communication going on in your relationships. And this is how you breathe that out. I am peaceful is your mantra. Peace comes when we allow all expectations to float away. Breathe in acceptance of the ways that others express their point of view. I am filled with happiness as I achieve my own personal peace with the world. I breathe out hatred and intolerance. You see how these little swans over here are on their own over there, and this swan is alone? You need to be happy in your own skin, okay, as you go through this transformation. It's going to be beautiful. Knight of Cups is a really great card to be associated with. But journaling is really going to help you through that process, okay, with dealing with the shadowy self. It's going to leave you more peace in your heart, which is good. I hope that was helpful.
And Jen.
I got a lot of releasing cards.
Yep.
So cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings, letting go of old energies that don't serve you anymore. I got the Let It Go card, releasing the past, forgiveness, softening, moving forward. Right? And then I got Let It Rain, allowing what is, inevitability and trust, right? And again, releasing that emotion as well, allowing yourself to really experience it and allowing the flow to happen. So there's a lot of, with both what Tanys and Michelle was saying, but also, for yourself, really accepting and acknowledging and saying, you know what? Yeah, these things have happened in my experience and I've gone through all of this and that's okay. But it's time to release that so that new can come in, right? So allow that to go, allow things to be what they have been. That's okay. We're going to let that go to make space for what's new.
We have puppies. Awesome.
So
Okay.
that's you releasing your shadow self.
Yes.
You might growl a little bit, but just let it go.
Exactly. All right. And this is our tipper. So
Okay.
maybe a couple more cards. La Lima.
I'll do some watching of the puppies too.
All right. Awesome.
Ooh, La Lima's going through career stuff. That's what I'm getting.
And I'm sorry, guys, the questions are closed. La Lima is our last one here. We've been on for 2 hours, so we're going to finish up. I still actually have a client to do tonight, so.
Ooh.
So La Lima is like, ooh, it's a little bit more in depth here. So what have we got? Ah, well, that looks good.
Ooh. Oh, I love this one.
All right. Yeah, very good. Okay. So what I have for you, La Lima, is have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow Michael to use his sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Okay. So let's do this here. So I have this, have no fear. All right. Don't let fear hold you back. Okay. And there is a situation or a person that you need to let go of. This situation no longer serves you. Allow Michael to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. So you've really been going through it. So the current challenges will soon be resolved and you'll be able to look at the future with a smile. So it's almost over, all of this. I feel like there's a real angst and that's what you need to move forward from. And you just need to release the fear around it because I feel like the fear is actually keeping you a little bit mired in the situation, right? Whether it's a fear of moving forward or a fear of, feels like a fear of lack, actually. So there's some kind of lack that you're fearing that's keeping you mired in this situation. All right. You need to know that education will bring opportunities. So take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Okay. So if you can do that, you start putting your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel and Michael will spark your creativity. They will help you to communicate your vision and motivate you to create something beautiful. Okay, so this schooling is going to help you to start stepping into that creative mindset, and creativity is a great way to get out of being stuck. Okay, but when we're stuck in those situations, it's difficult to be creative because you have that heaviness around it. And so once you do that, though, look, I got abundance coming your way. So welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is coming your way. All right. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. So Source will heal your financial challenges, but I'm feeling like you need to play your part. Okay. In terms of doing the knowledge search, whatever it is that you need to take that knowledge, take classes or find somebody to teach you. When you can do that, then you're going to be able to release the fear. You're going to be able to release the situation, and you're going to be able to move forward with that creative energy that you need to put into place. And that will help heal the situation. Okay. So you do your part, trust Spirit to offer you the opportunities and show you the way. Okay. Hope that's helpful. Michelle.
All right, Lalima, you are stepping into your destiny, your career, where you're going, what makes you shine. That's that 10th house energy that's coming your way. So I went to my creativity oracle because Tanys picked a lot of creativity-based cards. I got success, intuition, and timing. Okay, here's the success card. I have a jacket that I wore to an interview with this pattern on it. It went really well. Enjoying your life with the unfolding of your creative abilities as much as possible is real success. So this is an abundance card based off of your skill sets. Okay, that's good. They're asking you to use your intuition. It's one of my favorite cards. Okay, see the Buddha there? Allow the limitless power of your unconscious mind to answer your problem by using symbols, memories, and hunches. So your guides are with you and they're going to be giving you those hunches, those little symbols, those signs. All right. Timing. You're going to have to be a little patient throughout this process. If you're in the creative flow, you feel everything flowing together in divine order. So just let time unfold just let it flow is what they're saying. Okay. And use that intuition because it will bring you much success. This is who you're turning into. I love this card. No one's going to mess with this woman. Okay. Look at that headdress.
Awesome.
You're a warrioress. You're stepping into being fearless. Okay. You have the ability to conquer your fears and faults and the right to defend who you are, who you love, and what you believe in. Okay. Yes. All right. Goddess of perseverance. I accomplish anything I put my mind to. Use this gift when you doubt your intelligence, your memory, or your ability to achieve your goals. Your situation is largely the result of how well you blended your logical and intuitive faculties to direct your actions several times a day, focused with relaxed concentration on a mental image of which you would like to see come into being. Okay. Perseverance tells me that you are an incredibly persevering person. Okay, that's really good. That's a good thing to have if you're stepping into being a warrioress. I did pull a self-care card for you, and they actually gave me sense because Ruth isn't here to like share her amazing knowledge with us. I hope to have her on the show sometimes. If you can hear me, Ruth, we want you on. Okay.
I told her I had a chat with her. Actually,
I love her. I know. I got this new book on aromatherapy. I love it. And I just want to pick her brain because it's enormous, and she's like the smartest person on this. I got eucalyptus and mint.
Mm.
That's going to help you when you study. It's going to help you at work. They're saying it's going to help you clear the mind. Okay. And when you get home, something like lotus or gardenia will help you calm down. All right. But that's the main thing I got for when you're in the creative process. Eucalyptus and mint, mind clearing scents. Okay. I'm excited for you. Come back. Let us know how you're doing, Lalima.
My senses add a little bit of orange to the peppermint.
Ooh.
It'll be a lovely uplifting feel to it as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Tanys.
So the puppies have been quiet this whole time, right? Now they're just running wild. What I got, so I've got the waterfall, which is all about inner power. And so it's interesting, right? Because they've just started going crazy. They are excited, right? You're excited. They're excited. They can feel the excitement. And it's interesting because this is all about inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place, right? And so it's like, okay, place. Well, what is that, right? So I don't know what journey you're on, but I got the water oracle. This is about psychic abilities. This is about acting on your visions and having a destiny there. So, you know, I don't know if there is something coming in for you, if you're, you know, connecting to that in your journey, but there is something definitely connected there. And then I got she who flows. Right. So really kind of getting into that flow, you know, connecting with ease, connecting with being open to change. The change is coming in for you in your experience and being able to go with the flow. And then I got sacred journey, right? Life cycles. And so it's interesting because I pulled the where does my soul want to travel card, and then you had posted about travel. So I thought that was really interesting. It says, you know, when we travel, we open up our little world to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness. Our hearts and minds expand and our desires are satisfied. And as I pulled this card too, the puppies basically like dispersed to the four corners of the dining room. So it was a really neat kind of experience to see this idea of travel and expansion and right. And so the question is, you know, where is your soul calling you to visit? right? Pick a location on your desired list, choose a date and when you're going to go there. Just start planning, right? Become open to what the universe has for you and where the universe wants you to go, because there's some intuitive communication that wants to come through for you. Silent whispers of your heart, right? And they're well, it's not so silent over here
silent
as far
there.
as what those whisperings are. It's pretty loud, and they're all pretty excited. I don't have the phone on anymore, but just to let you see, they're kind of scurrying all over the place and running around and chasing each other and just having a ton of fun, running around and being really excited about the possibilities for you. So there we are.
Awesome. So she's requesting some things to help. So we all do classes and that kind of thing. So that would be a great place to start. We all do our own classes with the Twillow Lifestyle Academy. So check out our schedule that's coming up for September. It's posted mostly. We have a few things to add in there still after some conversation, but we have some classes up there. We all do our own practices as well, and we have these beautiful puppies here. Let's just do this and get these puppies on here one last time. There we have puppies. Beautiful. I just want to thank you all for coming. We didn't get a chance to say hello to Ruth and Teresa, so thank you as well for joining us here tonight. It's been a fun show. If you want more information, we all have discovery calls as well, I believe, so we can talk to you and have a chat about what's best for the next steps. You can find us at the following, our stuff is along the bottom. Our info is on the bottom, and we want to thank you all for joining us. It was a wonderful show. Thank you for sharing your energy with us. And final thoughts, Michelle? Where can we reach you?
Oh, astrologicaltarot.com.
So you're actually here, and I'm actually here. If we do this, then we can see. There
you go. You're welcome, Kaylee.
Those are the links. Yes. So thank you all. Jen, do you have any final words, or are you really loud right now?
We're actually quiet at the moment. It's been an awesome time. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. This has been so much fun. I'm amazed that the puppies have made it through. But yeah, no, I love being on with both of you. And thank you, everybody, for joining us and making it such a wonderful evening.
And so I'm Tanys from Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and I am super honored to have both of these ladies as friends and colleagues, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you for joining us for our special evening. We're sending you tons of love. Have an awesome week, everyone. See you soon.